Hello, hello. I'm going to wait a few minutes while we get ready. Just wanted to come on quickly and just say this is a 16 plus stream. Dream Daddy is not super raunchy, but it may get there. So please, 16 plus, and I will be back once we're ready. Alrighty. Welcome, everybody who's in. So today is a little different. I know we usually stream cozy, Animal Crossing, but it's Valentine's Day tomorrow. It's one of my favorite holidays, always has been, even when I was single. So today we're going to be playing Dream Daddy. I've played this through once. Joseph, we're not going for Joseph. Let's just say we have beef. So let's get into it. So Dream Daddy, just so y'all know, it is a dating simulation game, but this one is about dads. So LGBT friendly, because you are playing as a dad and you are trying to meet other dads and have fun. So you go on dates. Like I said, it's not horribly graphic, but if we get to the end of the game, and we get to that third date, definitely 16 plus at that point. So today we are just going to start a new game. We get to kind of design and pick our dad. So let's get into it. This is on the Switch. I also believe you can get this on PC, but this is the Director's Cut. Also, really good soundtrack, I have to admit. So here we go. Literally, I love this game. I've been playing it for days. I'm so excited. Making so much noise over here. So the one in the middle, yeah, that's Joseph. We're not going for him. So sorry if y'all wanted your good old white man. Not gonna happen today. Last time I played, I tried for Joseph, and well, he didn't choose me. So that's fine. No game sound. Okay, so let's edit that. Hopefully, it seems to be working for me. We'll keep trying. So I'm just gonna 5 more minutes. That sounds like me. So this is your daughter, Amanda. Dad breath. Oh, lovely. Oh, good. The sound is working. pay your bills early. So first we get to design our dad. So I'm actually going to quickly move my... There we go. So let's see. No. Scrawny. No. That's real buff. That's less hairy. I think we're gonna go with a little bit less. There we go. I think so far so good. All right, heads. So right now we're designing us. I'm going for someone that's totally not me. You know, first I think we need to choose a hair color. And you know what? I have pink hair. So I think we need to go pink. Because, I mean, what gay dad does not have pink hair? I mean, really. Also, anybody can have pink hair. Men, women, everything in between. You know, we don't discriminate here. Hair. Hair's hard. I kind of like that hair. Our eyes. Ooh, I love... Whoops! Let's go back up to eyes. I love green eyes on men / people. I like green eyes in general. We have to have a good nose. Because that... A rumple nose. Like Rumpelstiltskin? You know, you never know. Alright, Mr. Grouchy Grouch. Salty mouth. Salty mouth. Oh no. I kind of like the smirk mouth. My eyebrows. I don't know. Eyebrows are hard. I personally... Those are some bushy eyebrows. Eyebrows are hard, man. Maybe those. Maybe we'll also have pink eyebrows. Oh, yeah. Facial hair. Pink beard. Oh boy. Or should we be ginger beard? No. Do we want a beard? A mustache? No. 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 You know, maybe we'll be clean shaven. Purple for your half purple. Maybe our glasses can be pink. Maybe we'll do that. I mean, glasses automatically make you look hotter. So that's something we need to have. Piercings. Oh, you're welcome. All I want to know is if a man approached me with chin piercings, I would walk away. It says it's snake bites, which are supposed to be like one on each side of your lip. It looks like a chin piercing. Can you pierce? I mean, I'm sure you can pierce your chin. Why am I even asking? They don't have like a nose stud? Maybe we'll just get like multiple ear piercings. I'm always into people with piercings. Let's see. What am I, Captain America? But with a Jew star. I am Jewish, so if any of y'all were wondering. Yes. This is my daddy. Heck yeah, I'm looking good. Oh crap, now we have to come up with a name. Okay. So my name is technically a male's name. Ace is technically traditionally a male's name. So let's see. What should my daddy's name be? I already did my name. I tried to do Christopherson, which is like one of my favorite names, and it's too long, so they shortened it to Christoph. Oh, Christopher. And ooh, Jace, that's a sexy name. So, fun fact, my wife and I, we don't plan on ever having children, but if we did ever were to have children, we thought it would be funny if we did Jace, because my name is Ace and her name is Jasmine. You put the two together, you got Jace. But you know, families don't. We don't plan on having one, except our fur babies. So, our last name. Smiles. Ooh, here's wife coming in my clutch while we look for daddies. See, this is what a healthy relationship is. I'm just. Hang on, daddy. Okay, I'm hanging on. Ooh, look at us in our cat shirt. Oh. Look at her. Ooh, definitely father and I, because, I mean, we're looking for daddies, and I'm a daddy. So. Sunglasses on. Here I am opening my energy drink. Not sponsored. But dreams, right? So cute. Dragon costume. Decide between being a princess or a dragon. You went with both. You know, that's a very valid, like, good job on daddy, because I would not have thought of that. Being like, you can be both. Crying in the dragon costume. Realize you were afraid of dragons. Oh boy. That was probably me with butterflies, because I'm terrified of butterflies. And your horse phase. We all had a horse phase. Even if it was for like a day, we all did. Okay, so Sir Horsington the Brave. You know, that's a good name. You know? Superior dad arms. Ooh. Men's arms. So like I am married to a woman and I like women. But you have to appreciate a man's arms. I'm just saying. Chris Evans. Oof. Don't even get me started. Really, any of the Avengers, to be honest. Radhorns section. Emma P. Emma R. I didn't meet Emma P. Yeah, when you have a basic name like Emma, I can see how that could be hard when you have same names in the friend group. Not that a basic name is bad, but I can see how that can be difficult to keep track of who's who. So Emma R. I think flaming tennis ball might be extreme. Pooped her pants or tried to steal people's pets. I'm gonna go with pets because. Oh, I was wrong. Oh, she moved to Kentucky. That's not a place I would like to live. That is really cute. Look at little Amanda. She's so cute. Photography award. I love photography. I love Amanda in this game. Like I said, I've played through this before, so um Amanda's like my favorite character, even though she's not a daddy. McFridays, so you got food poisoning from cheesy tostadas blasts. Is that supposed to be like Taco Bell? Oh boy. Tadpuns? Seriously the best. Oh. So probably adopted because I had two men. The day we brought you home, we got into a car accident. It wasn't big, just a little fender bender. Of course, I was freaking out. Little old lady who crashed into us. Oh, that poor little old lady. I'm sure she was not having a good time. He holds my hand and holds it directly in my eyes, the calmest I've ever seen him. It's going to be okay. So sad. So, obviously, our husband is no longer with us. They touch on it a little bit, but they don't reveal how. You can just assume that he died. Um, at this point, you can assume that he died, but they tell you later that it's like a confirmed. So we're moving. Oh, 20 years ago when the housing market was actually livable. How nice. Millennials' dreams are crushed. When I shattered the other front window pretending to be a robot. Oh, jeez. That was probably me as a child. I was so rambunctious. Broke the black window. You break stuff. Yeah. I broke a lot of things growing up. There'll be plenty more stuff for you to break. I sit in silence. I watch my daughter grow up in this house. That must be hard. When people move from like growing up your family. I can see that being really difficult. It's like in Modern Family. If any of y'all watch that, that was such a good show. Disappear in the rearview mirror. Nestled in beautiful, scenic downtown Maple Bay, our new house features washer dryer. That's very important. 2-car garage or multiple places to sleep. Ooh, a 2-car garage because then she can have a car. A garage big enough for not one, but 2 whole cars, as well as room for all my very important dad tools. And my motorcycle. My old street pony. Lil motor velocipede. 2-wheel transportation station. Uh, I'm also very afraid of motorcycles. I'm already afraid of cars, so getting on a motorcycle is like even more terrifying. Cozier. That is so true. In real estate, they use the word cozy to say very small. Fun fact. Closer to a lot of cool stuff we can walk to. We don't have to waste gas trying to park downtown. You're gonna have to learn to parallel park. Same, Amanda. I also don't ever want to learn how to parallel park. My wife also doesn't like to parallel park. She can do it. She's actually pretty good at it, but she doesn't think so. We moved to like a more downtowny area, and our main criteria was that is not a lie. You are good at parallel parking. It just like makes her really nervous, and I can understand why because it makes me nervous. A 3-point turn on their attitude. I don't know how to do that either. Same, Amanda. Same. Seems quiet. Rowdy teens. Yeah. Practically dust. Senior citizen. Forge a path. Install the washer dryer. We need to go grocery shopping. They're so, like, moving is seriously so stressful. We'll get some work done and check the area. Pull up to a new house. The lawn is freshly mowed. That is a cute, cozy house. Ah. Karate chopping. I could really go for a sandwich. An ice cream sandwich. It's 10 a.m. It is never too early for ice cream. But 10 a.m. when you're packing, you're gonna need coffee. Dad tip number 86. Always try your best at everything. Get whatever job you want, just make sure it includes health insurance. Very true. I will say valid. Especially for my US crowd. Yes, very valid. They are good tips, Dad tips sometimes are valid. We walk down the street to the coffee spoon. Jace. Valid. Although, the coffee at home is not always better. I prefer iced coffee. It's very hard to make iced coffee at home. I also live in New England, so Dunks and Starbucks are kind of in our blood. I used to have Starbucks or Dunks multiple times a day. Don't do that as much anymore. Dunkin' kind of went downhill. Don't come at me. A little weird because technically not sitting at my table. True. Is there a bin? Do you go up to the counter? Or do you leave it there and feel your face flush hot with shame as you consider the possibility there is in fact a bin somewhere out of sight and you're just the jerk who left their mug? Valid. This is my anxiety when I go out to eat, especially at like a place where, like a coffee shop where you don't know, like, where you put things. I always scope out the area first so I know, so I don't be that person. I'm like so terrified to be a Karen. Valid, Chase. I'm also scared to meet people, which is why I meet people online. It's a little less intimidating. That looks like a super cozy coffee shop. I totally would hang out here. The coffee spoon. gets mentioned in a poem, and I thought it was a good idea at the time, and I suppose now it's still a good idea because the business is still running. I mean, yeah. But people ask me questions all the time, and I give them the same answer, and now I'm standing here rumbling, and I'm sure we're all getting more and more uncomfortable the more I keep talking, but man, we're in it now, and I can't stop. Same, Matt, same. Same. A lot of these characters are so relatable, to be honest. So what will it be? Also, I feel like my camera's a little... There we go. I scanned the chalkboard menu and I'm immediately overwhelmed. I'll have a chai ant word. Spicy. It's a pun. Die Antwoord is a South African rap group. They're pretty well known for their evocative imagery and hypersexualized music videos. Their music is as catchy as it is disturbing. Oh boy. I'm doing the thing again, but coming right up. And for you? A macchiato DeMarco, please. Small, medium, or Biggie Smalls? Yeah, medium. Is Biggie Smalls big or small? It's obviously big. So let's make out our drinks and we take our seat. Make his puns their cooler pants than you listen to. Let's go with cool ones. Good lumbar support. That's important in a couch. It's comfier than a couch. Yeah, but everybody sits there, so not as comfortable as your couch because germs and people, but you know, that's valid too. I can't meet new people if I stay inside, and also don't go outside, and also don't talk to people. I'm saving that as a screenshot because that's me. I don't like to go out. I don't like to talk to people, and I always complain I don't have friends. So same. But you know, it's so easy to just be like, well, COVID. So I don't sound as nuts, but really, honestly, it's I just don't want to go out. I'd rather stay home and play games. And Amanda, this is my dad, Chase. My daughter's hanging around, so he's a daddy. I'm sure we'll be here a lot. Banana bread. Banana bread sounds so good right now. I'm gonna have a taste test at first. Yes, we will have to taste test. Oh, you know who has the best banana bread? Disney's Riviera Resort has bomb.com banana bread. I'm just saying, if you're in the Florida area and you can drive to Disney, go to Riviera Resort and get some banana bread. So good. Free banana bread. I will take free banana bread any day of my life. I wish we could, like, bake. My apartment is old. Our kitchen is very much outdated. And our oven catches on fire quite often. So when we bake, the outside is quite literally black, and the middle is raw. So we can't bake. But sometimes I want to make banana bread. We've been trying to do some baking on the air fryer, but banana bread Kennedy's, Grateful banana bread, or Right Said banana bread. Oh, I forgot Mom's making banana bread. Man. Grateful banana bread. Oh. Guess that was not the right answer. That was the wrong answer, but he still liked it? Question. Okay. I wanted to say baby because I thought it would sound cool, but once I said I realized it didn't sound good coming out of my mouth, and maybe I should leave saying baby to the professionals. Oh boy. He's a awkward social being like myself. Hello, Robert. Spoiler alert. Thanks for stopping in. Take care. Now that we're full of caffeine, where to? Let's get some fresh air. Our skeletons are going to get so strong they're going to hop right out of our bodies and crush cars with their bony fingers. A rational fear that my skeleton will one day escape this flesh sack and run amok. Please don't encourage it. Eat a balanced meal every day that includes vegetables, fruits, and proteins. For breakfast, I had mozzarella sticks, so I'm already not fulfilling that dad tip. Amanda and I began to stroll through the neighborhood. I can't believe how beautiful it is outside. I wish it was beautiful here. It was 55 degrees yesterday. I had short sleeves on and rolled down the windows, played music out of the car, and today it's actively snowing. So I wish it was beautiful today. Kids are playing in the street. How nice. Too nice, I don't trust it. You can never be too careful. See that baby stroller over there? Government operative. Of course. Eventually end up at a small park. Toddlers chase each other around the play dog, and dogs of all shapes and sizes come through the grass. If I could have any dog, it would definitely be a Great Dane. But our apartment is way too small for a Great Dane, so. Nor does our apartment complex allow animals. Well, allow dogs. They allow cats. Frisbee hits me in the face. Yeah, my cat doesn't like other cats, so I'm assuming she would not like dogs. That's just an assumption. But that's not something that they told us. They told us that she doesn't like other cats. But she likes humans, so we don't know how Lady would do with a dog. That would be interesting. Hello, doggo. That's a big corgi. He must be a mutt, because if Amanda's that tall as a senior, and the corgi's coming up to, like, her mid-chest area, that's not right. Impart upon me your wisdom, tiny dog. How did you know? This dog knows more than he lets on. Hello, Brian. He's my least favorite daddy out of this whole game. You're not supposed to aim for people's heads. Your dog's cool. I mean, all dogs are cool, so she's not wrong. A young girl sits on a checkered blanket. She's reading a book bigger than her head. Daisy. She's reading the brothers. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. Her teacher tells me that she has the reading comprehension skills of a high schooler, and she's 10. So did I. I was a super advanced reader, but I struggled so much in school. So, fun fact, gifted kid burnout. Here we are. Called myself out. A natural dad instinct kicks in. I must brag about my child's accomplishments. Oh, we're entering. Amanda, get in there. I failed this twice, so We are gonna try this again. So you start with 80. I'm gonna bring out child's art first. You unfurl your wallet to reveal a tiny copy of a drawing of a cornucopia Amanda did in the first grade. Cute. It isn't very impressive, but Amanda genuinely appreciates you holding on to it. Brian loses 10, and I gain more. Daisy just started a weekly chess club at our elementary school computer lab. She's the president, too, of course. Oh, duh. Dang, my high school doesn't have a chess club or a computer lab. You lose 10. I'm going to brag. Recently won a photography award. Daisy actually just won a statewide poetry contest. Oh. I'm not doing too proud. I don't know what this is, but right now we're doing pretty good. A grade card. You pull a wrinkled copy of Amanda's last grade card out of your back pocket. Dad. Awesome grade. Brian loses 25. You really carry that around everywhere? Ouch. I lose only 5, though. Daisy sold enough candy bars this year to get top prize a canoe. We're taking it out next weekend. Oh, of course you are. How's that even possible? Amanda could barely get one of those sticky hand things. It's extra powerful. I lose 20. Oh, man. A spelling bee photo. Fumbling through your photos browser, you managed to pull up a photo of Amanda winning her 10th spelling bee. Congratulations, Amanda. Daisy's getting prepped for her annual spelling bee right now. I can't spell for shit, so hopefully this will be her 3rd win in a row. Yikes, I lose 5. Did I mention Daisy said her first word at 10 months? Daddy. Amanda's was potty, but still cute, but maybe this isn't the time to bring it up. I lose 10. We're tied. I'm a brag. Last week, unprompted, Amanda helped an old woman with her grocery bags. It's extra powerful. Brian loses 20 points. Daisy here has all of her adult teeth, never had a cavity. Neither have I. Amanda self-consciously pushes her lips together to hide her teeth. It's extra powerful. I lose 20. We're going to continue bragging. Amanda's in all honor classes this semester. Brian loses 10. Oh, really? I'm actually taking Daisy's teacher about having her skip a grade. Even Amanda's kind of bristled at that one. I lose 20. I lost. I'm convinced you can't win this little mini game. Well, that was the closest I've been to winning. So, actually, I'm pretty bad about that one. No, but I'm seriously convinced we can't win that. I've tried now 3 times. You guys are new to the neighborhood. We just moved in. We live in that cul-de-sac. That's where we live. Small world. Daisy and I are in that little ranch style in the corner. It's like ours, but slightly bigger and better landscaped. Did this guy have to outdo me at everything? What a lovely place. I don't want to take up any more of your time. Really nice meeting you. You'll have to stop by. Definitely. Maxwell happily trotting. Maxwell is cute. Get the feeling he's trying to one-up us. Trying and succeeding. I can't believe the girl's only 10. What was I even doing at her age? I believe you had a bit of thing for horses. Shame that couldn't pan out. I could have majored in comparative horse studies. It's not too late to minor in horse creative writing. Too close to the truth, Dad. Let us never speak of the fantastic adventures of Sir Horsington the Brave, an epic in 7 parts by Amanda Smiles. We laugh off the horse epic and walk around the park, enjoying the day. Let's go unpack. We should head home. It's going to need 4 hours minimum to figure out how to build my new bed, and I'd not like to sleep on the floor tonight. Dad tip, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. Take care of your health while you're still young. Not bad dad tips. I get to work unpacking the back boxes. Hours pass by. Is both... Oh, nice. Well, you can walk through the living room without tripping. This is Joseph. We don't talk about him. Goodbye, Joseph. So the Moon Man thought I'd bring over cookies. My daughter Christy wanted to let you know she baked them herself. We don't talk about Joseph. No, no, no. Yeah, literally. But between you and me, she sprinkled in the chocolate chips. Valid. That's how you cook with kids. Joseph hands her the plates of cookies with a smile. I, too, would totally go for those cookies. Children in general are tough. And that's why I don't want any. I'd rather have cats and dogs and whatever animal I might want one day. Children are tough, I have to admit. I work with kids all day at work. I don't want to work with kids and then come home and have to deal with more kids. No thanks. There'd be something wrong with you to try to raise more than 2. I have 4. What have you done? 4 children? No thanks. This is the first neighbor I've met in my social life starting on tailspin. I'm sorry for your loss. Also, Joseph is totally a man that lives on the Cape. Like, if you're from Mass, you just know. Like, he's a Cape man. Like, Martha's Vineyard. His dad was definitely a lawyer when he was growing up. Definitely wore Sperry's before Sperry's were a thing. Your classic good old white American guy. But I'm sorry. Can you close the door? You're a knock on the door, opening it with a huge smile. Hey, I'm your new neighbor, Joseph. I promise not to talk about your dead spouse. I'm throwing a barbecue for the cul-de-sac, and I'd love for you to come by and meet the rest of the neighbors. What do you say? That sounds great. My daughter Amanda and I would love to stop by. 4 kids is a pretty normal amount of children to have. We shake hands, seal the deal. Well, neighbor, I'll see you at 3 p.m. sharp on Saturday. Joseph starts walking away, but stops to think and turns around. Hey, in all seriousness, raising a kid on your own can't be easy. If you ever need to talk about stuff, I'm the youth minister at the church down the street. Yeah, I'm well aware of your connection with God, Joseph. Oh, I don't know. I wouldn't really consider myself a youth. You look pretty young to me, but suit yourself. And with that, Joseph is gone. He seemed nice. Amanda walks back into the living room, crumbs on her face and cookies in her hand. That was the smoothest recovery I've ever seen. I should be taking notes. You're already fitting in. Where'd the cookies go? They're gone. Same. I also probably would have eaten all of those cookies. If it makes you feel any better, they weren't very good. So you ate them all anyways. Yeah, they're cookies. I guess that makes break time. Any ideas? Joseph wants his plate back. I think we get a ton of good neighbor points if we bring this back. All I'm trying to do is avoid Joseph. This game is not being very kind to me. We're going to be the best neighbors in the whole cul-de-sac. Kick all the other neighbors' butts. And then I step outside. Which house is his? At Hazard, I guess a big one with all the well-groomed blonde children. That's valid. Remember, we need to make a positive first impression. Keep it light. The kids are terrifying. Is your dad around? They all just stare at us blankly. We just used to return this nice plate, and thanks for the cookies. These are definitely Joseph kids. They all look exactly like him. Yep. They were really good. I mean, I heard they were good. I didn't get to eat any. Well, okay, we're gonna sit. Hi, lady. Come here. Oh, big stretches for my little girl. Oh, you're roasty. She was sleeping under the blankets because it is very cold today. It is snowing. So, she's roasty and I'm chilly, and this is nice. We're going to set this plate down on the ground real gentle and then back away slowly. Right, Dad? Right. That's what we're going to do. The kids' eyes bore into us as we scurry away. I can feel their gaze on my back as we approach the house. Oh, those carbon copy kids. Let's take a nap. 3 hours too many. Look at situations positively. I mean, I don't, but that is good advice. Are you being a cutie? Yeah, you're being a cutie patootie. Oh, she's being a little love bug today. Huh? You gonna say hi? Oh, no. Yeah, you're a good girl. You wanna stay up here while we play? I guess not. That's okay. Go say hi to Mama. Or go take a nap again. It's only 1:45. What are you doing awake? As walking home, I hear heavy footsteps. Ah, Craig. He's cute, I have to say. Craig is very cute. Oh, she's trying to get out of the room. The door is closed. She's so funny. I'm around and I'm greeted by a familiar face jogging up to us. Craig? Bro. All I think about right now when I hear bro is from Spider-Man in the tracksuit gang. Bro. Oh, Hawkeye, that's what it is. Yes, Hawkeye. One of the newer Avenger, things. The tracksuits. Cleaned up his act. He's ripped. I mean, if you enjoy that sort of thing, good for you, but I know I don't. Don't remember me, but you're so big now. Well, thank you. The last time I saw you, I think you were about her size. This is River. Say hi, River. Picks her up in a tiny waist and waves it around. She's kind of cute, and River's kind of a cute name. I know it's very unconventional, but I think it's cute. River's my kid. It's been a long time. Feels like 1 minute we're rolling up on exams with bad hangovers. The next we're both fathers. Was working out in California and just relocated the business back to Maple Bay. Min and I just moved to this side of town. How's Smashly doing? I mean, Ashley. Ashley's her name. Oh, Smashly. She still goes by Smashly, and we got divorced. I'm so sorry. That's expensive. It's old news. We take turns taking care of River and the twins. It's all co-parenting. You live something, bro? Kegstan Craig is a father of 3. Kegstan Craig. Old college nickname. Got it because he did a lot of keg stands. I mean, that makes sense. It's a thing where you do a headstand on a keg and drink from the keg. I've only done that once or twice. But I also went to a very small all-girls private dry campus university. That's stuff that happens at ZooMass and state schools. So, ZooMass is UMass. ZooMass. AKA, they have Greek life. Yeah. You jog daily, I jog yearly. You know, Jace. Same. Although I have given up on the whole I'm going to start working out thing at the beginning of the year. That's when gyms are most crowded, and like I've mentioned before, I don't really enjoy people in the community. And we wasted a lot of money with a gym membership that we never used. So I better get moving. Good to see you guys. Craig gives a little wave, puts his earbuds, and jogs back. Can you imagine jogging with a child? No thanks. When I lived in Finland, I used to walk. My host family had a 10-month-old, and Adelaide she slept better in a carriage walking, like outside. And I would literally walk outside for 3 hours so this child would sleep. Yeah. That was the most fit I've been in a long time. You open up a new jar of marinara sauce and drink it like it was nothing. A thing that normal people do. It was unholy. And then I asked him what the hell he was doing, and he says, and I quote, "It's basically a smoothie, bro." No, marinara is not a smoothie. Hi. Hi. She's being cute. Hi. Hello. Sorry about that. She's a little needy today. Oh, good. She's gonna go see mom. Um, that was the cutest little meow from her, though. She's very talkative. In my future streams, I'm sure she will also be making all sorts of noises and yelling. So she does best. Anyway, we better get back home. I have plenty of time to reflect on how old I feel later. Ooh, dad tip number 1. I didn't even get to read it. It went by too fast. Hi. Ready? What are you doing? You being a good girl? She's being so silly. I really have to get a cat cam. Maybe I'll treat myself to a new camera when I become an affiliate. Which isn't that far off, to be honest. We are at 30 followers. I need 20 more followers, and I need more people to stay in my stream and view. I need like an average of 3 viewers per stream, and I'm at like 2.7. This stream might bring that down a little, but I really, really wanted to play this game. So, Amanda and I flopped down on the couch. Too bad we're going to be putting this stuff right back in the boxes in a few months. Yeah, because she's a senior. I'll take lots of pictures. A photography major. My parents were so happy when I graduated. Welcome in! Right now we are playing Dream Daddy, and I think we're getting ready to go to the barbecue, which is where we'll meet all of our daddies. We started a new game, so we're like still pretty new. Forget art school, I'll stay for the dog. Honestly, that was the hardest part about leaving to college, was leaving my dogs behind. Medium-sized dog, handkerchief around the neck, I get to name it. That's what'll cost me to give up on my dreams. I'm a woman of simple wants and needs. A dog is a lot cheaper than college. True, especially art college. Art colleges are usually not very cheap. You need all the materials. Suddenly a pile of envelopes slide through the mail slots. Speaking of college, and shuffles through them. She pulls them out and throws the rest back on the floor. McGowan College of Art and Design. You know, I'm so glad I no longer have to wait for college admissions. That honestly, I did it twice because I have my master's. I'm good. I almost had 2 masters. That also sucked, so I had to do the whole applying to college thing 3 times. Hated it all 3 times. I hate waiting. Remove the letter opened with her teeth. We have a letter opener. Amanda's eyes dart back and forth, scanning the letter. What does it say? The admissions committee has reviewed your application, blah blah blah. Face drop. Man. Unable to offer you admission. Throws her letter on the coffee table. Oh, sweetie. Kind of saw it coming. I knew I shouldn't have put that experimental stuff in my portfolio. Their admissions officer told me they just wanted to see portraits. You're an amazing photographer. I know how much work you put into your portfolio. Some other school is going to want to snatch you up. That's true. Hello? Hi. She's being a crazy banana today. Being a crazy banana? Cuckoo bananas? Are you actually fine, or are you just saying that? But I shouldn't push her. Before I forget, the Emmas are sleeping over. Need me to get out of the way. Let me know, I'm conveniently already have plans for tonight, so I'll have the place to myself. What are your plans? Think of something. Secretly the mayor, gotta attend a union meeting, or going clubbing. A union meeting. Bossman's been writing us parolees too hard. It's time to rise up for our rights. Dad, you're not even gonna invite me to the riot. Sorry, sweetie, it's an honest day's work for an honest day's riot. I'm just kidding, I'm actually going to go to bed. Valid. Speaking of games, today is the Super Bowl. I don't know what time that starts. I know you're gonna have to, but I appreciate it. I'm sure I'll know once our neighbors start screaming. And don't forget that you have a meeting with my English teacher, Hugo. I'll be there. Awesome. She just wants all the attention. Dad tip, you're young, you have your health, now's the time to take risks. The neighbors are quiet, so not now. Our neighbors are great. But when we know football's on when they get loud. The Puppy Bowl's today! Lady! Do you want to see puppies on this? We don't have cable. I don't know if we can watch it, but I kind of want to see halftime. I really just want to see Eminem, let's be real. I wake up to a text from an unknown number. Rise and shine, early bird. Still want to work out. This is Craig. 6 a.m. Who does 6 a.m. anymore? Listen, I do 6 a.m. Today, Sunday. I woke up at 6:15, ready to start my day. I was peeved. Hello? Sorry, she's being crazy bananas. I was peeved. I was like, it's Sunday. I can sleep in. I don't have to wake up for work. No, 6:15. Whoops, must have winked back out. I checked my phone again. Hey, bud, still want to get your swollen? I'm ready to tear up the track. My eyes are not on Craig this game, so we're just gonna go back to sleep. Because honestly, if someone wakes me up at 6 a.m. to go jogging, no thanks. You wake me up at 6 a.m. to, like, go to a farmer's market or whatever, that's fine. But, like, go jogging? That's a no-no for me. No thanks. 6 a.m. to a Disney park? Hands down. Up at 5:30, ready to go. That's jogging. You know, when you go to Disney, there is a whole lot of walking involved. How long was I out? 3:55. Also, they never mentioned this dad has a job. Kind of jealous. Parent-teacher conference in 5 minutes. And run out the door. First is the worst, second is the best, third is the one with the hairiest chest. Yes. Growing up, when I heard that, and I heard hairy chest, I literally thought it meant like a chest, like a treasure chest, covered in hair. And it wasn't until like literally 8th grade where someone was like, Ace, it's like a hairy chest. Like chest with hair. Lost my mind. That was a little bit embarrassing to say, but fun fact. I arrive at Amanda's school. They give me a bright orange visitor sticker. I'm barely awake and feeling pretty haggard. I check my watch and I'm relieved that I'm only 2 minutes late. I hate being late. That's like a super anxiety thing for me. I spot a youth standing at his locker and approach him for help. Do you know where Mr. Vega's classroom is? The youth turns around with me. Come on, kid, I'm late for our meeting. Mr. Who? Mr. Vega. We tried the exit. Okay, wise guy, you gonna help me out or not? Up the stairs to the left. I head up the stairs and walk around, unable to find Mr. Vega's class anywhere. After a couple minutes of searching, I head back downstairs. That punk sent me on a wild goose chase. I get back where the low-rent Gerard Way is standing, fully ready to give him a piece of my mind, when suddenly a head pops out of the classroom next to his locker. Lucian, don't you have a third period to get to? Fine, Mr. Vega. Now I'm officially 10 minutes late. Also, it's 3:55 p.m. and they're on third period. When I was in high school, we got out at 2:23. In middle school, we got out at 2:58. And in elementary school, we got out at like 4:10. So this doesn't really line up. I'm going to write a letter to the game maker. No, I'm just kidding. Now I'm officially 10 minutes late. I glare at him as he walks away. You must be Chase. The period's almost over. Would you mind waiting in the back? Mr. Vega leads, and I take a seat in one of the comically small student desks in the background. So the last time I sat in a student desk, like those like traditional, like, was when we got our COVID shot, because we got it at like a high school. And I remember like finally being able to crack my back the way I used to. And it felt so good. But man, they are tight. They are not very comfortable. I had room. But I can see like, you know, other people not being very comfortable in those seats. So, but to crack my back like that again. Mr. Vega leads me in and I take a seat. I work in special needs, so all of our students' chairs are, 2 of my students are in wheelchairs. 2 of my students sit on what's called an alien ball. It's like a covered yoga ball with feet. So it's like, it won't roll around, but it is bouncy. And it's like and then my other student just sits in like a regular seat that's not attached to a desk. Where are we? Now, can you tell me about the unreliability of the narrator, Catcher in the Rye? I never had to read that book. I was always in honors for English, and Catcher in the Rye was not an honors book. It was like a regular. Holding coat is unreliable. Get up and make a break for the door. Answer questions on page 194. Turns me in size, middle schoolers. That sucks. I used to work at a middle school. Middle school teachers deserve more money than high school teachers or elementary teachers because, let me tell you, oof. I don't normally do those impromptu parent-teacher meetings, but I'm sure you know Amanda's very bright. I'm concerned for her behavior. Amanda's never been the most engaged student, but I know she cares. Recently, she's been falling behind. She's not completing assignments and has been doing rather poorly in tests. Yes, lady. She's been ridiculous. No, she's fine. She's just so needy today. Same. She gets that from me. Has been doing rather poorly on tests. I normally chalk this up to senioritis. I thought Amanda always shared everything with me. It hasn't even crossed my mind that something might be wrong. I mean, her dad just died, so that would take a toll on my academics. So I just wanted to ask, is everything okay at home? We just moved, and Amanda was more excited about it than I was. See if you can talk to her about it. I know she values you a great deal. Would appreciate your guidance if she keeps heading down this road. I know how important art school is to her, and I would hate to see her miss out on scholarship money that she clearly deserves. I'll just make sure to talk to Amanda. Thanks for letting me know. Hugo. Anytime. On my way out, I stopped thinking for a moment, and I turned to Hugo. Hey, Hugo. Yes? Did you ever catch that rye? Yes. I like Hugo. He was one of my runner-ups in my previous game. I leave the class and make my way out of the school. I'm still a little bit in shock that Amanda was able to hide this so well from me. She's always been such a force for positivity in my life, especially after we lost her father. Amanda must be done with classes for the day by now. I'm sure she would appreciate a ride home. I pull up to the carpool and Amanda hops in the passenger seat. So did you have fun gossiping? Celebrity crushes. RDJ, hands down. He's my daddy of choice. But alas, RDJ is not a choice here. So you talked about Mario Batali the whole time. I actually don't know who that is. Is that a real person? It was a very productive meeting. I'm pretty hungry. Can we grab some dinner? Let's go to the food court. Because honestly, Chinese food court food hits different than like regular Chinese food. It just tastes better. I don't know what it is. It's good. Can't tell her to take her to the mall. Will you buy me things? A singular thing. Good, make it expensive, Amanda. We drive in silence for a short while. Amanda plays a game on her phone. You know, sometimes when a kid gets older, they find out they have to keep things hidden from their parents. That's okay, because that's what kids do, and that's okay. But sometimes it's good to have parents' perspective because, you know, maybe the parents have also dealt with similar. Maybe they're cooler than you give them credit for. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is that it's good to share, and I love you. Is that what it's like to have a good parent? I wouldn't know. Have you been reading my tweets? You have a Twitter? What? Never mind. Look, sweetie, Mr. Vega said you haven't been participating in class and that you're not turning things in. I'm fine, Pop. Senioritis. Literally, I had senioritis my entire life. I thought you liked Mr. Vega's class. It's fine, he's fine. We pull up to a stoplight and I see Amanda, and she's still texting. I want you to know you can talk to me about anything. I could tell that whatever it is, she doesn't want me knowing about, and that's frustrating. Here, Emma R is going to that fancy art school. That's exciting. Yup. Are you bummed that you guys aren't going to the same school? Yup. Let's be real, y'all. After high school, you don't keep your friends. At least, not me. I don't really talk to anyone from high school. I talk to like maybe one or two people, but that's about it. And it's not constant. It's like every once in a blue moon. Amanda keeps texting. She stifles a laugh. What's so funny? It's I don't think you'd get it. Okay. Who you texting? Noah. Who's Noah? My friend. Does he go to your school? Yup. Do you like Noah? What? No! Dad! Ugh. I can't believe you would. Dad? I mean, jeez. Why would you... Ugh. Gross. Sorry, just ask him. Dad, he's just my friend. Girls and guys can be friends. He's a friend. That's a little defensive, Amanda. Jeez. This is going well. Well, good talk. Love ya, kiddo. She leans forward and turns up the radio. I guess that conversation's over. To the mall we go. Dad tip, do it once, do it right. That's sometimes hard. We arrive at the mall, a big indoor shopping center with different Floors, it's kind of dead, but it doesn't stop a mall security guard from yelling at a group of loitering teens. I went to a mall recently. They are dead. Like, I went with my students to work on, like, you know, purchasing and community awareness, and it's literally empty. But we also go, like, Tuesdays at, like, 11 o'clock. So I guess it wouldn't really be that busy. There was a lot of old people walking around. And this mall's only one floor for the no. It's 2 floors, but the second floor is like a store or 2. We approach the food court and evaluate our options. There's a greasy restaurant. My heart burns looking at the menu. Bread dipped in sugar, bread with cheese on it, or do you want me to inject some fat directly into your bloodstream? I stand my head to her. Would you do the honor of sharing some nachos? Ooh. Nachos sounds so good. We order a giant pile of chips. I might have to order nachos after stream. And unnaturally orange cheese from very unenthusiastic and possibly stoned teenager. We take a seat at a rickety table and dig in. These are bad. These are very, very bad. But also strangely delicious. We have to eat through the pain. We enjoy the fluorescent cheesy goodness together until we're all out of nachos. So, something's been bothering me for a while. Can you explain memes? Oh, God. All the memes. Amanda sighs deeply, places her head in her hands. Dad, it's complicated. See, memes are inside jokes shared by a bunch of people that get less funny the more people do it. So the problem is, by the time the meme gets to you, all of us youths have already done the joke to death. And what's worse than that is that movies and TVs and video games will try to jump in on the meme train, but just based on how long it takes to make them, the meme will be dead by the time it comes out, so it just dates and it just isn't funny. Oh shit, what up? Dad, please. Anyway, changing the subject. Where to now? Want to go to that goth store? What? You know, the one that's all black and tries to establish itself as an anti-establishment despite being an exact representation of establishment. Hot topic. I don't know what store you're talking about. You know, the one where you buy chain wallets and it's basically an assault on people fought so hard against in the punk and hardcore movement in the 70s and 80s. Dude, you gotta be more specific. The one you threw up in that one time. Oh, that one. Oh, Hot Topic has changed. Or Spencer's. Spencer's was more... Spencer's was more your scene kid. Hot Topic was more your emo kid and goth kid. But not now. They've kind of like... They're both kind of in the same realm. But Jazz, when we were growing up, Hot Topic was definitely more goth emo, and Spencer's was more like scene, you know, I mean, Spencer has sex toys, so when you were a teen, yeah. Spencer's also had a really good, program. If you bought, I used to have my ears gauged, and, they used to have a really nice program where you, like, got a stamp every time you bought one, and, like, your 10th one was, like, 50% off or whatever. But they're not gauged anymore. I took those out 2-3 years ago. You can still see the outline. Amanda, speech! Amanda stops immediately. I clear my throat. Thank you for joining us to hear... I'm going to restart that. Thank you for joining us here today to commemorate a historic event that will forever shape history. On a day very much like today, some 5 years ago, our very own Amanda Ann Smiles had too much blue raspberry slushy on an outing to the mall. After begging her father to take her to Dead Goth and Beyond to buy rainbow suspenders, she proceeded to throw up all over the display of My Chemical Romance merchandise. Her loving father then had to pay for said merchandise, which to this day still remains among our possessions. Thank you. May I borrow some? Because I'm going to CMCR this year. You know, only 2 years later than I was supposed to. Bought the tickets back in 2019. Was supposed to appear September 2020, and then it was pushed to September of 2021, and then it was pushed again to September of 2022. So, we'll see if that happens this year. And unfortunately, all of my old emo phase clothes don't fit me anymore because that was high school years. About like 80, 90 pounds later than I am now. So I think my wife and I have to go shopping for MCR merch because we can't go to an MCR concert without merch. So that's all I'm saying. Several other patrons turn their heads. One of them starts clapping. Chain wallets. I had a chain wallet in high school. I was that emo kid, I will admit. While Amanda busies herself looking at band tees, I try to find something of interest to myself. Not much for Dad to look at in Dead Goth and Beyond. Ironic mugs. I'm suddenly struck by existential fear. If there's only one number one dad, then why are there so many mugs here to say that? This whole time I thought I was the only one. If I'm not only one, where do I place on the global dad ranking charts? Better than mine. I have work to do. Like, this is all very important to me. Over here, Damien. This was my second runner-up. Maybe we'll try for him this time. I overhear a stifling argument over the cash register. An older gentleman is carrying a garment and showing it to a bored-looking cashier with pink hair. I can see that. Don't know what I tell you do. Hey, pink hair! We have pink hair. I just work here. Listen, when I bought this online, the website said the blouse was Victorian inspired. However, when I received it, it is clearly held trademark to the Edwardian dressage. Do you want a coupon? I can give you a coupon. Will you leave if I give you a coupon? Is there a manager? People need to know what they're buying. I am the manager. I see. Well, it would seem that I have outstayed my welcome. Good day. Shopkeep. Your superiors will receive a strongly worded letter by post. Whatever, dude. The man swirls around and storms out, his little coattails trailing behind him. I can't tell if they're Victorian-inspired or Edwardian in nature. Amanda trots up to me with a t-shirt in her hand. Oh boy, here it comes. Yes, I'll buy it for you. That was easy. At least it's the only one this time. Plops the shirt on the counter and grins at the cashier. I love your hair. The cashier says nothing and rings Amanda up, radiating hatred. I hand her 20. So what was that guy's deal? Rolls her eyes so hard I'm worried she'll pull something. That's Damien. He's here all the time. He's obsessed with Victorian fashion. He hands Amanda her bag. It is clearly that the conversation is over. We make our way out of the store and head home to get some rest. Amanda and I sit on the couch trying to find something to watch over bowls of ice cream. Ice cream. I kind of like ice cream. Long haul paranormal ice road ghost truckers on. They have to make it over the Canadian tundra before the ice road melts, but they're all hunting ghosts. Also, the trucks are haunted. This is an episode I've already seen. Callum and Flint Dogbone, the twin brother truck driving and ghost hunting duo, find themselves in the greatest peril yet. Oh no, the ghosts done got control of the truck. I can't steer them on their damn ice roads. Hey, it's like outside. Let me use this EVP meter to try and communicate with the spirits. Flint, we're about to die. Almost got it. If you listen carefully, it sounds like they're saying, you're going to die. That's because we're about to die, you. This is art. The episode ends in America. America? Yes, her name is America. Amanda excuses herself to go and start arguments on the internet. I stay up a little longer, curious about the exploits of Callum and Flint Dogbone after their disastrous ice road accident. Afterward, I crawl into bed and get a good night's sleep. Dad tip. Practice makes permanent. Maybe. Run through the finish line. Yes. Start slow. End fast. That's a good tip. That's a good one. Here we are, sleeping yet again. Morning, sleepyhead. 5 more minutes. You have never ever let me have 5 more minutes, so get up. I mean, we have cereal for breakfast and spend the morning putting together furniture. Better interpreting the tiny manuals. We're able to put together a few shelves on one desk, and I'm pretty sure it was supposed to be a bookcase. For the cookout, there's food. I'm excited. That's me. I'm all over those terrible store-bought sugar cookies that everyone brings to parties. Those are bad, which means there are more for me. Don't you want to meet some of the people in the neighborhood? I'll probably end up standing uncomfortably in the corner with a plate of food and hope nobody talks to me. That's me. Every time we go to a party, not that that's very often, my wife is the one that makes sure that we actually communicate with people. Dad, your beautiful work in progress. We will get that butterfly to emerge from the cocoon. The only time I was ever comfortable talking to people was my wedding. That was the only time I was like a super, super social butterfly. But it's because I knew everybody. Obviously, it was my wedding. And we didn't treat it as a family reunion, so a lot of our, well, I only had 2 members of my family. My grandma and grandpa come. The rest of my family didn't. So it was mostly friends. Jazzy has a big family, but I know all of her family. So there's only like 1 or 2 people I didn't really know that well. So it was actually like comfortable. So I actually danced in front of people. Who would have thunk? I guess we're not as early as we thought. Joseph backyard. Joseph. Hot dogs, small children. Set our veggie plate down on a table next to 2 other veggie plates. He jogs over, arms open wide. Joseph. I'm glad you 2 are here, and you brought veggies. Let me introduce you to my family. Kids, come over here. This is Chris, my eldest. Hi. This is Kristen and Christy. They're twins. They stare creepily and say nothing. Then, of course, there's our youngest, Krish. Where is Krish? Maybe Mary put him in his crib. How could I forget my lovely wife, Mary? We don't like Mary in this household. Joseph pecks her on her cheek, and she smiles. Ah, Mary, sweetheart, did you put Krish to bed? I'll have to go look for him. What? You'll have to... Joseph takes a moment and regains his composure. Mary, this is our new neighbor, Jace, and his daughter, Amanda. I shake her hand, but I have a glass of wine that I have to tend to. I love her. Nice to meet you, Mary. Charmed. Well, I have to go over there now. Ha ha ha. My wife has a wonderful sense of humor, but please, you 2 enjoy the barbecue. All the guys are really excited to meet you. Here, let me introduce you around. This is Robert. He lives just across the way. A haggard man, nursing a glass of whiskey, eyes me up and down. Hey. Hey, I'm Jace. It's nice to meet you. He takes a long swig. Charmed. Jace and his daughter just moved in next door. Cool. If you ever need recommendations on where to get a drink in this town, Rob's your man. Told you not to call me Rob. Right. Robert ambles away without saying goodbye. He's not really a people person. Wow, I think you've actually met somebody else. Great. I bet you're excited to know everybody better. Hope you both enjoy yourself. Amanda and I mill around and try some of the food spread out on the table. I pick some deviled eggs. Amanda grabs a small paper plate and immediately begins piling it with baked goods. I don't want to make friends. Me. Come on, Dad, who are you going to party with when I go off to school? I don't want to have to do pleasantries. Same. Dad, they're going to talk about weather. Go, Dad, go make some friends. How could I possibly abandon my only child at a social function? That's bad parenting. This plate of cookies is my new dad. Bye. Here goes nothing. Isn't that the barista? What a cool guy, and mysterious. Didn't that guy throw a frisbee at my head? Isn't that the guy who was throwing a fit in Dead, Goth, and Beyond? Isn't that Amanda's teacher? Hey, I know Craig. But wait a second, all those people live in our cul-de-sac? That can't be right. I'd better investigate. Let's talk to Joseph and Damien. I spot Joseph chatting with the guy from Dead, Goth, and Beyond by the grill. I wonder what they're talking about. So I'm curious, can you walk me through why you had your house painted black? Where do I even start? The house stays warmer in the winter, it provides an artistic contrast to the rest of the neighborhood, and it complements the crimson interior perfectly. It's definitely an interesting choice. Thank you. I'm very proud of my abode. So, Mom painted her house like a dark green, but it looks black. And she gets very offended if we say that she has a black house. It's not. It's a dark green, but it looks black. I'm very proud of my abode. I was just having a conversation with Damien here about his aesthetic design choices. Damien regards me up and down. How do you do? I don't believe I've had the pleasure. I think I saw you in Dead, Goth, and Beyond. Bright red. Must apologize for my behavior. You see, I take the goth lifestyle very seriously, and to be caught in a ruse by such a corporation was profoundly frustrating. I hope you know that while my anger must have been justified, I was no such way for a gentleman to act. It's okay, man. Do tell me about yourself. Are you new to the area? Yes, my daughter and I just moved in the other day. She was the one I took to Dead Goth and beyond. Very good taste. I look over Amanda, who's hanging out with some older kids. Hey, Amanda, would you consider yourself a goth? Amanda yells back. I wouldn't necessarily try to fall under any one specific label, but I guess if I had to choose, I would more describe myself as twee hipster with some normcore leanings. Whatever the heck that means. Bats are cool, those. Frickin' bats. That's like one of my favorite videos. Look, it's frickin' bats. Are you enjoying the party so far? Putting this on, it's so nice to be in a cul-de-sac. Walks up to the conversation. I also like The Lost Boys. Really good movie. Does that count as goth? It would, my dear. I don't believe we've had the pleasure of meeting. Damien Bloodmarch, at your service. Damien finishes the sentence with a flourish and a bow, producing a single rose and offering it to Amanda. Oh, my, you do know how to treat a lady. Hello, Amanda. Seemingly out of nowhere, Joseph twin kids appear. Are they speaking in unison? Hey, won't you come play with us? Come play with us. Forever. Guys, enough with the creepy twin. We've talked about this. Where do you think they got that from? Mary pops in the conversation, wine in hand. I don't know. Mary takes a long sip of wine. I think I might have taped over Veggie Tales VHS with The Shining. Who knows? She takes another sip of her wine. Where's Krish? Wasn't he with you? You had him a moment ago. He's probably stuffing dirt in his mouth. He'll be all right. Toddlers are pretty resilient. Mary tips her glass to me. Ain't my first time to the rodeo. It's my fourth. I have squeezed 4 little... Sweetheart, why don't you do me a favor and find Trish? That would be great. I'm sure he's fine. Mary. Okay, jeez. Mary finishes her wine and wanders off. Dad, can we go now? Lucian, have I introduced you to Jace yet? Hey, it's that punk from Amanda's school. Whatever. That's no way for a young man to speak to his elders. Be polite. Whatever, sir. I mean... Lucian bows again. Mr. Christian, may I have a veggie burger, sir? Coming right up. And are you vegetarian? Yup. Make that 2 veggie burgers. Did you know that some people in the Victorian area were vegetarians? They described carnivorous type of people as bloodlappers. Dad. That's really interesting, Damien. Joseph turns to the grill. Just a hint of tattoo peeks from underneath his sleeve. I can't believe I didn't notice it before. It looks like the bottom of an anchor. Whoa, is that a tattoo? Yep, I wasn't always a youth pastor, you know. Lucian pulls back some rubber bracelets, revealing a lopsided 666 in black letter. My buddy gave me a stick and poke tattoo last week. I think it's healing up pretty good. Lucian! We'll talk about this later. What's the significance of the tattoo? I don't know. I just thought it looked sick. The only reason you need a tattoo is because you want one. Careful, though. The numbers carries weight. Way cooler youth pastor than I thought. I just figured youth pastor popped out of the womb of the Bible. Wonder what he did before preaching. Let's talk to Matt, Hugo, and Craig. Craig looks on, smiling. Well, I don't think it's fair in trying to compare 2 art movements like that. Well, periods in art only exist. You're completely disregarding the context in which art is created. Matt and Hugo seem so busy talking they don't notice me. Craig leans in. Dude, I have no idea what's happening. Listen in on Matt and Hugo. That kind of comparison just eliminates the reason art movements are so important. But I think there's no harm comparing one art of work to another. You could definitely say one painting's better than another if you're evaluating technical skill. If I showed you a Matisse and then something by the Dutch masters, which one would you say shows more technical prowess? Well, sure, you can say the Dutch masters were technically more skilled, but I would argue that while Dutch masters were better painters, Matisse had better paintings overall. That's pretty subjective. What do you mean? Well, the painting of the guy with the apple in front of his face is pretty nice. Matisse rocks. That's Margaret. Right. Art. Sorry. If you liked Van Gogh or Picasso better. 2 different art movements. How could you possibly choose between the thick, creamy post-impressionism with the abstractionist, big words, beauty of cubism? That's all way over my head. I used to take a art history class, and I technically went to art school for my master's, so I should know that, but I don't know all that much. Sorry. How are you liking the neighborhood? Daughter's fitting in just fine. The girls are playing, weaving flower crowns. The girls don't notice. It's a flower crown. I thought you'd look cute in it. There's only one way to find out. How cute. Am I cool now? The girl stares at him, thinking it over. Nope, but you're slightly less uncool than you were before you put it on. This is my daughter. I'm Carmencita, with Daisy in tow. I'm making friends. You're making friends? You're better at making friends. Remember the cool barista from the coffee, my old college friend, and your teacher. Hey, Mr. Vega. That's so awkward. You still gonna get me that overturned due paper? Ha. Great seeing ya. Same, Amanda. She leaned the finger guns towards me. I'm very proud. She's definitely a charmer. Speaking of which, where did my son go? Ernest Hemingway Vega, are you smoking? Ernest is holding a lit cigarette. Nope. I see Ernest across the way. He casually takes a long drag of a cigarette, flicks it into the gutter. Unbelievable. Excuse me. Hugo marches over to Ernest, and I turn my attention to Matt and Craig. Kids. I do not envy Hugo. The last barbecue we had, Ernest tried to shove a sparkler down Joseph's pants. Oh boy. And the barbecue we had before that, he actually burned down half the yard. Oh. Hugo walks back over us, practically dragging Ernest behind him. Hey everybody, sorry about that. Jace, this is my son Ernest. And he looks like a little piece of work there. Ernest looks away, sulking in his hands covered deep in his pockets. Hugo nudges him impatiently. Eighth grade. Middle school is a hard year. I can go now. I'm tired of taking notes. Ouch. He seems nice. So sorry, he's having a really rough time. Yeah, middle school's tough. I have the authority in Dad, and he clearly resents it from me. I think as a dad and a teacher, that's what authoritarian as you can get. Honestly, are any of us cool dads? Is it even possible to be a cool dad? I'm as cool as a cucumber. You can't say that. My kids think I'm cool. But for how long, Craig? How long do we get to be cool dads? I don't know. I think we have to accept the fact that dads, we've overcome the machine we once raged against to accept our fate, to unironically wear socks with sandals. Your kids may think you're cool now, but the moment they hit puberty, you're doomed. Amanda's 18. She still thinks I'm cool. I yell across to my daughter. Am I cool, right? Amanda just laughs. She keeps laughing. I see your point. As much as we all want it, I don't think it's as important to be a cool dad as it is to be a good dad. We can't all be best friends with our kids. It just doesn't work. I mean, look at me and Ernest. Our job as parents is to make sure our kids turn out okay. Don't let us eat up your time. Go meet some other people. We'll talk to Robert and Brian. I glance across the yard. That's a weird mix of people. I don't want to deal with being one-upped by Brian right now, but I guess I could live with learning. Oh no, they caught me staring. Waving. Oh, shoot. Hey guys. Settling into the neighborhood? You betcha. 50-inch TV, that's nice. Have you met Robert yet? Good seeing you again. We were just talking about the most recent camping trip, spent a night in the woods, definitely an outdoorsy one. It's good to hear you talking about your daughter out like that. I bet she loved it. It's great, she loves the outdoors. Mine loves being inside. Same. being inside making art. She won a local competition for art. Anyway, I haven't gone camping in a few years. Same. Last time I went camping was in like 5th grade. No. Technically, last time I went camping, for my master's, I got a degree in art therapy, and our orientation was spending 4 nights in the woods with everybody else. Yeah. First time meeting anyone in my program in the woods in New Hampshire at like a playground, not a playground, like a campsite. We did have like, it was like a summer campsite. So they had like a dining hall, they had like bunk beds and like running water and stuff, but like still it was like 4 nights camping with strangers with like, I think we were a class of like 80. Yeah, that was fun. That was the last time I went camping. That really should have been a sign. Anyways, if you're into artsy stuff and you like camping and yeah, Leslie was a horrible experience. Fun fact. Anyway, things go south pretty fast. Johnny Boy breaks his ankle. Great. I love when you can see bones popping out of people's skin. Not really. 6 foot, 180 man. Thought about leaving old Johnny Boy. Guess that's camping. Robert's so strange. He lost a flip-flop. Oh boy. I'm kidding. Gotta get off this haunted truck. The ghost locked the doors. Hit the brake. How will we ever survive this Arctic tundra? Like it is outside now. Yeah, no psych required. It was a psych program. Technically, this is a long ass title, but I got my degree in Masters of Arts in Clinical Mental Health Counseling with a specialization in expressive arts therapy. To be in this master's program, you only needed 2 classes for psych, and it was abnormal psych and child development or human development. It didn't have to be child specific, but during orientation, someone asked me what APA was. Yeah. In case y'all don't know, APA is, when like you cite something, like you're writing a paper and you have to like cite someone else because you took their information. There's like so many. There's Harvard, there's Chicago, there's MLA, there's APA, there's literally so many. APA is American Psychological Association. So obviously anything psych related is APA related. And they had no idea what APA was for a master's program, which is post-bachelor to graduate school, and they did not know what APA was for a program where you graduate with your diploma in clinical mental health counseling. So, yeah. Word of advice, kids. If something feels wrong, don't feel like you need to finish it. I wanted to leave Leslie after my first semester, but I told myself, well, you got into grad school with a 2.9 GPA, so you're going to finish grad school. And now I'm $70,000 in debt and not using my degree. So if something doesn't feel right, or you feel like you want to change your degree, or you want to change schools, do it. Do it. Yep. I learned that real fast. I don't watch a whole lot of television, but I do enjoy that show. I watch a lot of TV, to be honest. I don't like to go outside, so I spend my day playing games and watching TV when I get home from work. Gotta keep us from starving out there. Whole table of food. Handful of gummy worms. Let's go find kindling for fire. I'm sure Ernest would like that fire. Never seen her get along with someone. Daisy doesn't really get along with kids her age. Keeps to herself. Intimidated by her intelligence. She's probably neurodivergent, but you know. Used to have a habit of crawling under tables and crying every time we took her to a restaurant. And bit people. Gotta love them, you're required by law. I mean, yeah. And if you don't, you get in legal trouble, so, Brian's accomplishments. That'd be nice. Go meet some other fellas. Let's work some magic. Joseph closes his eyes, takes a deep breath, gets to work. It's easily some of the best grill work I've seen. Joseph. Jace, but Joseph's known around here for grillmanship. He's ungrillable. Ungrillable. Never mind. Let us keep studying. He has a rare quality about him. Mustard, we keep talking about this. Can't we appreciate the artist? Never seen him make a mistake. Ha! Okay, we need to stop. This is getting too cheesy. Please stop! All of the children at the party boo the glorious display of puns. Alright, guys, the food's ready. Please form an orderly barbecue. Amanda groans. Cheesebuggers. So wild, all of us dad live in the same cul-de-sac. Feels like a real community. Helps us when you're a single dad just trying to raise a kid. Happy to help you here, man. I think you're gonna like this neighborhood a lot. Plus, Amanda seems to be getting along with all the kids. If she decides to get into babysitting games, she'll really make a killing. Dad book! It's a social network for dads to keep in touch with each other. Just old-fashioned dad. Social media goes over my head. I'll help you figure it out. The rest of the barbecue goes smoothly. We trade stories. Amanda breaks a fight between Carmencita and those weird twins. I think they wanted her soul. Amanda and I walk back to our place. Pretty fun party. Networking event. I don't think it's nice people want to connect with you. Not when their affection jams up my inbox, metaphorically speaking. At least you have some other cool dads. You should hit them up on Dadbook. If you ever figure out how this social media thing works, I have a good feeling about this place. Me too. Please remember to call us once in a while. Well, if they answer the phone. My dad never answers the phone. Any big plans for this evening? I'm going out with friends. Is that okay? Keep me posted and be home before midnight. You got it, and be careful. I will. Make good choices. I got a thing where you wait silently for me to come home in the living room with all the lights off, are you? What? No, I've never done that before, and I never will do that. Okay, do you have plans tonight? My plans were kind of eat ice cream and watch TV with Amanda, but I'll find something to do. I'm gonna work on some stuff. You know, dad stuff. I'm just relaxing tonight. Have fun, okay? Great, see you later. I watch Amanda drive off the night. I really hope she does have fun. Watch TV. I love to be able to cook. I'm watching cooking shows. Baked Alaskas. Those are delicious. Actually, I don't think I've ever had a baked Alaska, but I do know that they come on fire, and that's real dope. So, I like them personally. Glance at my watch. It's almost midnight. Hey, kiddo. I wander into the kitchen, wait for a reply. It's almost always in her hand. I'm sure she'll respond. You're right. You should not text and drive. That is not something you should be doing, no matter what age you are or how confident of a driver you are. Reach into the freezer. It's a little late for this, but I think I earned it after a long day. Nothing. Do I call her? Do I call the cops? It's too soon. Half hour pass. I keep pacing around the house, waiting for her to come back. Why don't I find out where she's going? Why don't I know any of her friends' phone numbers? Why don't I know any of her friends' full names? Who is Emma P? I decided to send her another text. Amanda, please text me and let me know you're okay. Oh, thank God, it's her. Amanda opens the door and shuffles in. Sweetie, thank God you're safe. Yep. But now I know that she's okay. I'm really mad. I mean, I would be too. Amanda Ann. You came home half hour past your curfew and you didn't respond to any of my... Oh, an hour and a half. So 1:30? That's real late. You're seriously overreacting. You're not going to be like this when I go to school. I was scared. Honestly, I would be scared if, like, my kid, an hour and a half past curfew, especially at midnight. Like, if the curfew was, like, 9 p.m. and they came home, like, 11, like, sure. But if the curfew was 12 and she's coming home at 1:30 in the morning, I'd be a little, I'd be scared too. Especially if she's driving, like, if they're driving age, that would probably scare me too. And it closes the door and I head to mine. You're not going to be like this when I go off to school. Well, when she's off to school, she's not going to be home, so you're not really going to know if she's out till 1:30 in the morning. Like, unless she lives at home. I thought about what she said last night. I said I was going to do it. Honestly, I'm really sorry, Pops. I won't do it again. I trust you to make good choices. Team smiles. Team smiles. Some eggs. Oh, my wife had eggs this morning. I made her eggs. We got bougie eggs. We got the consider eggs. And they're like $8 for a dozen of eggs. But the packaging is like, I literally feel rich when I open eggs. It was like a one-time buy. I saw them in the store and I saw it on TikTok and I was like, oh man, I gotta try these eggs. They're really good. I really like them, but I don't want to pay $8 for a dozen of eggs. But they really are good eggs. I think once we get Dad Book, I might log off and we'll raid someone. Maybe we'll raid. I think it's just you and I, Jazz. Ooh, likes and dislikes. Let's do it. On a Friday night, I am most likely to polish and sort my coins, Netflix and grill, fall asleep watching the History Channel, torment my children with dad puns, or sink into blissful oblivion, sleep. So I think we're going to try and go for Damien. So maybe our coin collection? If you had one thing to take with you on to a desert island, what would it be? My trusty grill, my lost shaker of salt, Castaway on DVD for instructional purposes, a boat. I don't need anything. My survivor skills have trained me for this day. A boat. I mean, duh. What are my turn-ons? Strong dad arms. I'm just saying. Tennis shoes with long white socks, a well-manicured lawn, street lamps, top-tier grillmanship, comfortable with crying. Obviously, strong dad arms. I know that's like an answer for Craig, but like, men's arms. Ugh. Like, please. What do you want what did I want to be when you grew up? A technical writer for manuals and instructions, a salty boat captain, pro skater who was also an astronaut, a good father, or a president of space. Pro skater who is also an astronaut, because, why not? I did want to be an astronaut as a kid. And I actually met some astronauts, and I would, like, interview them to be like, how do I become an astronaut? And then I realized there's a lot of math involved, and that was the end of that dream. What's your favorite movie genre? War comedies, Sean Connery's entire filmography, anything on Laserdisc, romantic comedies, whatever will make me cry, old comedies that haven't aged well. Rom-coms? What's my ideal date? Napping, doing a puzzle, eating a healthy dinner? Absolutely not. Trying trying to geocache but getting hopelessly lost. Arson, or being emotionally vulnerable. Napping. Would I never leave my home without a cardigan, a vape, a book of word jumbles and a pen, a cool knife, crippling low self-esteem. I frequently forgot my phone, keys, and wallet at home. Yep, that's me. ADHD life. Always forget things. Trying to find my phone in my house is a constant, everyday struggle. I think that's the most common words out of my mouth when I'm home is, where did I put my phone? Um, I spend a lot of time thinking about conspiracy theories, how proud I am of my child, potential ends of the world, if I'll ever be able to love myself as much as I love my grill, when I can get my next cup of coffee or lawn more modifications coffee, because we don't function without coffee. Profile complete. See, that wasn't so bad. That's actually kind of fun. I could totally spend all day in here just looking at people's profiles. You should message one of them, or more than one. All of these dads seem pretty interesting. Alright, promise I'll make some friends. She gives me a hug. Go get him, Dad. Tip 77, don't smoke. So this is what dad book looks like. Pretty much so like if we were going gaming, you can see on a Friday night, listen to true crime podcasts. True. A coffin. Pronouncing bosom correctly. He wants to be a bat. I mean, same. Foreign art house horror, whatever that means. It's night. We're at an industrial dark wave in Berlin. The music drums to the beat of our hearts. An upside down cross. Mortality of Salience. We're just gonna go through the profiles and then we'll end. Friday night, you're most likely to brew some strong tea and paint. One Thing to an Island, A Remembrance of Things Past by Marcel Proust. Muscles. What do you want to be when you grow up? A movie star. Documentaries on art history. No thanks, that sounds boring as fuck. What's your ideal day? Each of us read a different book on opposite sides of the couch in comfortable silence. Yes. That I can get behind. What do you never leave home without? My glasses. Kind of need those to see, don't you? I spend a lot of time thinking. I worry that people are against e-readers or more in love with the idea of books than actually reading them. You know, I feel a little attacked to you, though. We're going back. I'll read Joseph's profile. On Friday night, you are most likely to leave the community in a fun mixer. If you had one thing to take with you on a desert island, my 6th string, my loving wife. She's not that loving, Joseph. I should have known. Anyways, what do you want to be when you grow up? A ship captain. Feel good movies. Lovely night on the town with my wife. A good book. How to be a better man, husband, and father. Robert. Oh. Make a deal in an alley. Have it go badly. Who's the cop I trusted? If one thing, a gun. Valid. Your turn-ons, don't talk to me. What do you want to be when you grow up? A grifter. Italian neo-realism. Grave robbing. Hello, Repo. At least 4 knives. And he spends a lot of time. Have you really ever looked at rabbit animals' eyes? I have, watching Fantastic Mr. Fox. Welcome in, whoever just came in. Right now we are just going through the profiles of the dads. And then unfortunately we are going to be rating somebody. We just got dad books, so we're going through the profiles. This is Brian on Friday night. See how slowly I can cook a piece of brisket. Brisket is good. Your Jew girl here loves her brisket. It's delish. If you had one thing to take with you on an island, a fishing pole. That's a very valid response. It's sensible. What are your turn-ons? A keen understanding of steak cuts. That's not me. What do you want to be when you grow up? A fireman. My dad was a firefighter, and I know a couple of firefighters. What's your favorite movie genre? Rom-coms. What's your ideal date? Deck building. No thanks. What what do you never leave home without? My portable fishing pole. Also, no thanks. Um, I don't necessarily enjoy fishing. I do it just to hang out with my family, but I don't really enjoy it. I don't like catching the fish. I spend a lot of time thinking about how my daughter is smarter than I am. Um, Same. Matt. We love Matt. Um, on a Friday night, I'm most likely to perfect a cold brew. Delish. Um, One trip at a time, baby. Oh, yes. If you had one thing to take with you, fine tunes to pass the days away. Multi instrumentalism. So I grew up playing a lot of instruments. So here we go, Matt. What did you want to be when you grew up? A barista, weirdly enough. He likes shit with subtitles. Same. I watch things with subtitles. I can't hear anything. What's your ideal date? We go to the animal shelter and seriously consider adopting a cat. Yeah. I mean, same. I told my wife we moved into our new place like for 2 weeks, and when we lived with her parents, my in-laws, we had a cat there, and we knew we wanted a cat for the apartment, but we were like, oh, it's too soon. We've only been here like a week. Like, let's like settle in first. And I was like, oh, let's go check out this rescue, just to make sure that it's a safe rescue. It's nice. They treat the animals okay, because obviously I didn't want to adopt from a shelter that was like a kill shelter or wasn't very nice. So we literally went to look, and we left signed papers for our cat lady. And I told her, she's like, I don't want to go. You're gonna want a cat. And I was like, no, we're just gonna go look. Here we are. We have our daughter lady. Um, what do you never leave home without? Headphones. Same. I bring my headphones everywhere. I spend a lot of time thinking about where did writing commas into song titles come from and where did it go? We all just agree that's a bad idea. Same Matt. And last but not least, we have Craig. Get one last good cardio session in? No thanks. A box of energy bars? No thanks. A sub 6-minute mile? Also, no thanks. Beer pong world champion? That's a valid dream. Favorite movie genre? Buddy cops, movies forever. 21 Jump Street? Great movie. What's your ideal date? Scaling a huge dangerous mountain? No thanks. What do you never leave home without? An extra tube of energy gel. What does that mean? Spent a lot of time thinking about how my mile time used to be so good. What happened? Have I peaked? Probably Craig. Probably. But this is Dad Book. Like I said, we are not going for Joseph because he's rude and we don't talk about him. AKA, he said no to me in my last game. So, bye, Joseph. I think last game we were between Matt and Damien. I think we're going to go for Damien this time. Unless people have very opposing views. But really, honestly, we can play this game over and over. But the dialogue's kind of the same, so it kind of gets annoying when you have to go through like the other types of dialogue over and over. But there's like an option if you push like the top piece up here, the R, you can like skip through audio until you have to choose like an option. But this is Dream Daddy. Tomorrow's Valentine's Day, so I switched up a little. On Tuesday, we'll be back to our Animal Crossing, but I've been a little obsessed with Dream Daddy this weekend, so that is why we are here today with Dream Daddy. But let's go see if we have anybody to raid. British Simmer Time. She's playing Fall Guys. That is a hilarious game. So let's go raid her. And I hope you enjoy her because Fall Guys is literally so funny. So we are going to try and raid her. It's going to be fun. I've never played Fall Guys, but I like watching people play Fall Guys. So let's raid. Okay, so it looks like hers is offline. So let's actually raid Diana game. She's playing Animal Crossing. She's one of my favorite streamers, so let's go raid her. She's so fun, and she has the best vibes. But I hope you all have a great week. See you Tuesday.